Hello guys, and yeah, a little bit of like an update to the things that I'm growing. Right here, this is like a mixture of a lot of things. They're just leftover seedlings that I decided let's just throw them all together. This is Anaheim chili, so this and these two are Anaheims. The one in the middle is a Roxy, I think. Or like a Japanese, one of those two. It's not supposed to grow very big. So I put that there. And then these three, I think, are But Jolokia chocolate. There's some leftover seeds from that. So we'll see. I mean, I can always, thin them out. And it's pretty much the same in this one. Here's some spinach that popped up after who knows how many years. Interesting when it comes to, seeds and all that. Seeds that you planted years ago will pop up. And these are a bit more mystery. I'm not entirely sure on what these three are, or these four are. These two right here are some Zimbabwe black. So, yeah, And we basically used up all the pots that we had, We decided, let's just use everything. So, some of them are gonna be cramped. That's fine. We're growing a lot this year. And then this planter right here, I think is Anaheim as well. All of these were planted at the same time, and these were all transplanted to different things. So it's interesting how big this has grown. That is obviously, I think it got more sun, And then this is another angle. Yeah, these two. I mean, the problem is I don't really know what they are. It does say on the pot, but I'm not entirely sure. But, I mean, everything here is growing pretty well. I will say that this third one right here has gotten some damage on the leaves. And that's because, though its leaves were touching the glass. And because it gets minus, we have April weather in Sweden at the moment. So during the day, it could be 30 Celsius. Then in 2 hours, it's a blizzard. And that's what happened this week, where we get like 2 to 3 hours of like intense sunlight, where it's like 30 Celsius. And then the rest is the blizzard. It's snowing, it's raining, it's minus degrees. So it got some damage from that. Even though it's not outside, it was touching the glass, where it gets cold. And this right here, this big one right here, that starts in this plant. This is the Butterjolokia from last year. They gave us, like 20 or 30 fruits, like ghost peppers. It's doing really well. Trimmed it down a little bit, like early spring. It just popped up, because I think that works better for us. I tried doing the overwinter, blah, blah, blah. On a ghost pepper, it only killed. While the ones that I didn't overwinter that way, they all survived. So yeah. Then I just trimmed them in early spring. And this one has thrown out fruit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4. Okay, it's actually 5. Because I ate one. I cut one off before I decided to take these pictures. It was green. It was the biggest, but it's still green. So, it's early. It's probably not going to be very spicy. I'll just add it to my salad to just get some flavor. It was spicy. It was too spicy for me. Especially since I haven't really been eating a lot of spicy food the last month or two. So my spice tolerance is a bit weaker at the moment. And that's a cute one. Then we have this one. That's, if we go back, it's right here, between this one and the window is where it is. I think this is like a Japanese one. It's growing pretty slow. Like even during germination, it was super slow. So we'll see how this one goes. And I'm quite happy that it's a bit slow. Because, we don't get... the sun is not like growing season yet. And now this one right here is another Zimbabwe black. And you can tell a little bit by these baby leaves, these two, like the first leaves. They're not true leaves, but you know what I mean. And interesting, they are the only ones that become like black or purplish. Every other leaves, even on the first two that we saw here, these two Zimbabwe blacks, you can see they're getting a bit more like white colored leaves, which is pretty cool. I don't know how stable the Zimbabwe black gene is. There isn't much information online on them, so it's pretty cool. And this right here is something. Then we have some of the ornamentals. Did I not take a picture of you? Probably not. Well, this plant right here is a pretty big svärmorstunga in Swedish, which is direct translation is your spouse's mother's tongue plant, is what this is. And then we have these ones, which no idea what type of plant these are, but that we transplanted because, you know, they grew and we like killed a lot of them deliberately, you know, because we don't want to repot into bigger pots. It's the same with the svärmorstunga. This is another svärmorstunga that we replanted into a smaller pot. So I think we have 3 pots of this plant that all came from one plant. Oh, here's the other one. This is the big one. And then this right here is one of the smaller ones. So yeah, so it's 1, 2 here in the smallest. And then 3 here with the biggest. And then these 3 are 3 mystery, because they came in like a mystery when you bought seeds. I got like a seed bag of like mystery plants, or mystery chilies / bell peppers. And that's what these are. They're growing fine. Överraskningsfrö, which just means mystery seed. This is another Zimbabwe black. And this one is growing super well. It's even starting to throw out some flowers. Will I let those flowers bear fruit, or will I, kill them so it will focus on growing? Since I have so many of these, I'm probably just gonna let this one do what it wants, because that's what I decided. But you can see that the leaves aren't really changing colors. It could be because, well, they're not really getting sunlight, so I think that's probably... But they are getting like a grow light, so I don't know. But they look good. Like, I like how the plants look. Let's see how they taste, though. And here's another Zimbabwe black. And this one is a smaller, obviously. They are right next to each other. But this one, it has more black. But I also decided, I don't know if you can tell, the things that grow in between these leaves, I decided to cut from this one before I took these pictures, and not on this one. Because I want to see what difference that makes, since I have so many of these plants. And there's no information online on what to do with them. So I decided to try this. Because it's not something I often see from, this type of chilies. This is, it really bushes out. It's beautiful. And this is a Bulgarian carrot. Oh yeah, and in here we have some mint. Yeah, here more of the Bulgarian carrot. Also, the stem is actually very thick on it. And here we have some bell peppers. And are they too close? Maybe. There's 4 in this. I think this is an 80 centimeters. Yeah, it is 80 centimeters, this thing. And there's 4 of them. Could always just kill one. Maybe this one, and then these 2 can be close. And then this can have space before each other. We'll see. And then there's some overhead shots. And since I'm so proud of this one, you can really see, because I know in the tomato plants these are called suckers, but I don't know how it works in this, so we'll see. Some more bell peppers, but these bell peppers are near the window, while these bell peppers get, the artificial light, and they also get some sunlight right there. And that's it. That's my chili update.